I did not expect to be naming any of my worlds this anytime soon, but they released the snapshot a lot earlier than I expected. So the first feature they have in the 1.17 snapshot is dyed candles for some reason if you want them. Um they really went all out on the candles here. There are actually more colors than this. It's just the inventory is quite small, but if you search them up, look at all the candle variants. So I guess you could theoretically make a birthday cake inside of Minecraft. Oh wait, it falls off. Wait, there we go. You can make a nice old birthday cake in Minecraft now. I'm not exactly complaining, but it's it's cool, but it's questionable. I don't know why they went with so much effort on the candles. So I actually just found out something now. Look what you can do. You can actually bundle up the candles. So you can have 4 on one block and you can actually light them up. That that's crazy. Um the cake thing isn't working out. I'm not sure if you can stack it on cake. No. Oh well. They need to add that, but that's really interesting. I don't know if it adds a light level. I'd say it does. No, it actually doesn't here. Oh wait, it does. So the more candles you add, that's so cool. So as you can see, these little things here spawn all around. Well, not all around. I actually struggled finding these, but these things spawn around the world. And also these things, calcite. And also these things. This is a pretty lucky cave I got, as it leads right to one of these crystal rooms. And it makes a really interesting noise when you walk on it. The generation seems a bit broken here. I think this is a really interesting name for a block. It's just tough. Here is the noise. Not the zombie. I think that's such a cool noise. I don't want to break this cave apart because it feels kind of expensive. It's made from crystal. So one interesting thing is you notice there's a little like different block here. This is a budding amethyst. I don't quite know what this is for, but one thing I do know is that you can actually grow crystal, which is interesting. You can basically make like a crystal farm, which I find really interesting. And basically if you mine it with fortune, it'll actually drop more things. Oh god, I need to also turn the stuff down because there's zombies everywhere. Okay, so now let's do some crafting, I guess. As you can see, I'm in a very interesting room, and you might be wondering how I achieved it. As you can see, if you put 4 amethyst shard and glass in here, you get tinted glass. And the interesting thing about tinted glass is it doesn't let light through. So if I had no glowstone in here and glowstone on the other side, no one would see much in here. It basically works like tinted car windows, as in like they're quite dark. So as you can see, this creeper can probably see me, I'd say, but I can barely see it because it's in the dark and this glass isn't letting the light through. Now, another interesting thing in this update is they actually gave a use for rabbit hide, which everyone appreciates, because I keep seeing videos on talk about like how rabbits aren't that useful or anything, but now you can actually make leather. This could be useful, but I think rabbits are quite hard to catch, so I'm not considering doing that anytime soon. But if I have any lying over rabbit hide in my main survival world, then I might as well use that. And one little item here, let's break through our tinted glass. You can now zoom in on stuff, but sadly it doesn't render new chunks, so if you play on like one chunks you won't be able to see much. But yes, it's quite interesting. You can zoom in if you want. I don't know, this texture does seem weird. It seems a bit too big in the inventory slot. It's like it's touching the edges. I don't know, that just looks a bit weird. I don't know if that's just me. So you'd think you'd use rabbit hide for leather if you're getting desperate for leather and can't make a cow farm for some reason. But there's a much better use. Let's take this bunch of items, and if I remember correctly, it's like that and you can make a bundle. I'll make two for something quite interesting. So bundles are really interesting. Like, okay, that didn't work. Okay, yeah. So I have to right click them in. Um, as you can see, what is going on? Oh, they changed it. Did they? I can swear you. So the bundles actually fill up with one item now. That's really strange, I must say. Um, but obviously you could take them out if you right click them. You can right click them in. So bundles are like early game shulker boxes, but nowhere near as overpowered. As you can see, they empty out quite quickly, and they can only hold one thing. I'm kind of happy they nerfed it because it was a bit too OP for early game. I think shulker boxes should be like the OP thing because they're so hard to obtain. So they have added a ton of new items in this update, and you can clearly see that when you look at all of the copper variants. Look at all that. There's copper, there's lightly weathered, there's semi-weathered, there's weathered, there's cut lightly. You know, it just goes on like that with all the slab and stairs variants. I think they look quite cool because they're like metallic. Except for that one, I don't really like the really corroded ones. But oh, these look like the Mario block things. I really like this. My little cabin here is getting filled up with all these blocks, but I have to say they look cool. Oh no, I can't open the chest anymore. But I think this is a really interesting mechanic. The whole just weathered items stuff. I think it's really. It definitely adds a whole new level of depth to Minecraft Buzz. Looking at this game a few years ago, it was so simple compared to this snapshot. Can we just talk about for a second how long of a name this is? That literally spans across my whole hotbar when I select it. That is crazy long. Look, it literally goes to the edge of the screen, and I have a 1080p screen. That is so crazy. Let's just place one down here. This has one of the longest names in Minecraft right here. This little slab right here. But that's not what we're talking about right now. This is what we're talking about. It's convenient I gave myself only one. Okay, there we go. Now this part is weird, and I don't think this is how it should work. I think this is way too unrealistic because this is essentially floating. There is no hitbox within here. So this is essentially floating. I don't think this is how they should work. I think maybe they should like attach or at least like not be able to do this or something. But you can make some really weird stuff with this probably. I would say you could make like a staircase out of this. I'm going to try that now. Yes, look at this. You can fall through, so it's not quite that practical. But if I make it up here, I want to show you something quite cool here. If I can I make? Okay, I'll just I didn't think this through. I have to go up. Okay, there we go. So I found naturally generating lapis right next to naturally generating diamond, which is really cool. That means this video is lucky and it'll do well with the likes. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure that's 8. Yeah, we're getting off topic here. So I guess smash the like button if you want this 8 piece of diamonds spawning in your world today or whenever you play the game next. Thanks for watching and see you guys in another video.